The exhibition of the six portraits of Greek philosophy has a special significance for me because Texas Red, the artist, was born here. I was researching for a logo for a glyph, and I was researching Texas horse brands, and I came across a rocker which perfectly matched the philosophy of Aristippus, the gentle rocking motion, moderation in all things. And so I put the rocker, I put the TR together, and then I needed a name, and Texas Red jumped out, just as the red jumps out of this painting. And throughout many of my other works, you will see this logo, this vibration, this resonance that balances the four worlds in this painting, and even more worlds: the psychological world, the philosophical world, the physical, emotional, economic world. The gentle rocking motion is the core philosophy of Texas Red's art. Now, Aristippus was a student, a disciple of Plato. And Plato, who rightfully holds the dominant position in all of Western philosophy, Plato abhorred change. Aristippus was able to adjust it. But for Plato, all of the changes, the chaos, he had to find a solution, and the solution was the idea, the ideal world, the other world. And that was his greatest contribution, and that was his greatest error. And Plato's blunder runs through much of Christianity and much of the ideologies that infect a Western civilization under duress. My portrait of Dionysus is geographic. They say he came from abroad. They say he came from Arcadia. He certainly came perhaps from the country and the goat dances that created eventually the great tragedies and comedies of Athens. Here I present him with the grapes, with the gardens, with the rugged mountains, coming down into civilization with all of his bacchanalian frenzy. Dionysus is experience, is the human as the beast, as the complete animal, thrust into every vocation and to every ideation. Dionysus. And Nietzsche, in early works, was able to bring out the great contrast between the serenity and the distance of Apollo and the immediacy and the ecstasy of Dionysus. Apollo is distance. He's separate even from himself. The object is over there. When there's distance, there's always time. The oracle at Delphi was dedicated to Apollo, as were all of the other oracles. To see into the future, if you want to see and build to a future, you are Apollonian. And yet there's a secret. Sometimes Apollo is Dionysus, and sometimes Dionysus is Apollo. In a nod to Botticelli, I present Aphrodite coming out of the ocean. although the ocean and the sky happen to be reversed. And she's not just a young woman. She's all three stages of womanhood. And if you look closer, you can see a sperm penetrating an egg to start the cycle over again. And yet, she is attractive. Her skin is on fire. She's irresistible. Aphrodite is irresistible. She will bring you back tomorrow. The final portrait of the 6 portraits of Greek philosophy is Ares, rarely figured because of his bad reputation. In a battle with Athena, he lost, the only battle he lost. Why? Because he lost all strategy to bloodlust. And if there's a lesson to be learned in my portrait here, which is also a portrait of the planet Mars, is that any military strategy, any attempt at power to maintain or gain power, must be guided by wisdom and not by simple bloodlust.